This is the Shoot at the Hip podcast, and on this edition, we're going to be talking about Finn Balor. Now, if you have not heard, according to wrestling sources, and these are sources now, Vince McMahon does not believe that Finn Balor is over. I'm going to say that again. Vince McMahon, according to sources, is to believe that Finn Balor is not over with the fans. He is not happy, and a lot of people think that he is going to stop pushing Finn Balor. Well, oh my goodness. I mean, where do I start with this? Unbelievable. First off, I just want to say that unbelievable. I mean, just when you think that Vince McMahon can't get any crazier, just when you think that Vince McMahon could not just believe anything more crazy, he goes out and just completely ups himself by saying that Finn Balor is not over with the crowd. They said that he was listening very closely during Survivor Series when Finn Balor was on a Raw team, and he didn't believe that Finn Balor was being cheered. This is the reason why attendance is in the toilet. This is the reason why they got to get rid of pyro. This is the reason why you have people clicking the channel each and every week, is because Vince McMahon has this type of thinking. What in the world is he thinking that he believes that Finn Balor is not over? Now let's examine Finn Balor, okay? Finn Balor, I mean, he was known on the independent circuit as Prince Devitt. I mean, this guy was just absolutely, awesome, man. You know, he was part of the original Bullet Club in New Japan, and he put on great matches all around the world before he came to WWE. And finally, when he did, he went to NXT, and he was the face of NXT. I just don't understand it, man. And now that he's on the main roster, I mean, he got a monster push out the gate. He was the first NXT superstar to be drafted, and he went to Raw. I mean, he beat Roman Reigns clean on the first night he was there. He got the launching pad, put on his back. The rocket booster put on his back. And all of a sudden, he gets hurt when he wins the Universal title, man. He was the first Universal title winner. And I just don't understand, man. People love Finn Balor. And I just don't understand how Vince McMahon can believe this. And like I said, Vince McMahon only is focused on Roman Reigns, trying to get Roman Reigns over. He just focused on trying to get Roman Reigns main event WrestleMania after WrestleMania. It is pretty evident, man, that nothing is going to change in WWE until, unfortunately, Vince McMahon meets his maker. I mean, it's just the truth, man. The guy just so out of touch. He has no idea what real talent is all about. He doesn't understand what fans actually want. People like Finn Balor or what the fans want, man. They want to put him in great positions. The reason why people really kind of got lukewarm to Finn Balor is because of the sorry storylines they putting him in. I mean, first off, the writing is just absolutely horrible on WWE television. And then you have him going up against Bray Wyatt, which would have been a good feud. Bray Wyatt is a great worker. Another guy that just absolutely fell off the face of God's green earth. But he is an excellent worker. He's an excellent talker. And he can convince you that the match is important. But the writing is absolutely terrible. The feud was absolutely terrible. And people just stopped caring. They just stopped caring about it. And it just seems that Vince McMahon only cares about Finn Balor when he's the Demon, because I feel like he thinks that he can sell merchandise. If you look at Finn Balor, I mean, most of the time when you see some of his action figures, they're going to show him as the Demon. Most of the time when they show footage, they show him as the Demon. I mean, it doesn't seem like they want to push Finn Balor. They want to push the Demon. But the problem is the Demon only comes out every now and then. I don't think that Finn Balor will want to be the Demon every single day. I mean, to sit in that chair and allow them to put that paint on each and every day, I'm pretty sure that would be kind of nerve-wracking. They need to start pushing Finn Balor as Finn Balor. And then the Demon would be a little bit more special than what it is. Finn Balor is just in limbo right now, man. And it's not his fault. It is not his fault. I mean, you look at the match that he had with AJ Styles, man. That match was a 5-star classic, man. It was the match of the night for that pay-per-view. The man can go. Every time you put him in a ring, he does a great job. Just this past Monday, he had a match with Samoa Joe, and that was a solid match on WWE television, man. So obviously the man can work, but they just put him in very, very sorry situations, man. And Vince McMahon, for him to say that he gives up on Finn Balor just shows that he gives not a damn. He gives not a damn about Finn Balor, because we all see that Roman Reigns has an issue with getting over with the fans, and all of a sudden he's not giving up on him. So this shows right here that he has his picks and chooses. Maybe he just doesn't like Finn Balor because Finn Balor is not what you would call a homegrown WWE superstar. He had a name before he hit WWE. And we all know how Vince McMahon feels about guys that are not his guys. When they get into WWE, he buries them. He puts them up against Roman Reigns, and they bury. They tried to do it with AJ Styles, but AJ Styles was just exactly what his name say he is. He was too phenomenal for Vince McMahon to do it, and Vince McMahon could not deny that he was talented. So Vince McMahon decides to put AJ Styles as a champion. But you look at people like Gallows and Anderson. I mean, people like this, man, who had a name, who built a name, and people wanted to see him and look at him. I mean, they selling merchandise on shop.com, on WWE Shop. And it's a doggone shame, man. For him to say that he gives up on Finn Balor really just shows that the old man is out of touch. And quite frankly, if he continues to have this type of thinking, it's no wonder that people are going to be cutting off their televisions. And finally, people are probably going to say to themselves, why am I even watching this anymore?